Hello everybody, this is gonna be one more video. Well, not a video, it's gonna be a premiere. But basically, you might have a question: what is a premiere? Well, it's basically a live stream, but as this video is already pre-recorded. But you'll be able to go in a live chat and have any questions because this is a tutorial, so you might have some questions. Just go into the a live chat and put any questions. But other than, we'll get started with this video. So today, I'm going to teach you how to use OpenRocketry. Well, I'm probably going to do a multi-part series, but the main part I'm going to do like OpenRocketry. I'm going to teach you how to build this one-stage rocket from OpenRocketry. And what OpenRocketry is, it is this rocketry designing a model rocket designing software. And also the reason I didn't add my webcam here because if I put it somewhere I'll be blocking something, which is not well. This is a tutorial, so you need to see everything. But other than that, please like and subscribe this video and share it with friends. Okay, so now so that the nose cone, and the nose cone is a pointy part of the rocket. So when I touch anything, you have to click it. So some parts that won't be going, I'm mentioning in here because that is part of stage 2 rocket. So just see that maybe tutorial part 2 or tutorial part 3 for that stuff. But anyway, let's see state parameter. Basically like how aerodynamic you want to make it. 1 being not aerodynamic and 0 being completely as much aerodynamic as possible. But you can also present like any maybe want this nose cone from like a different one or this one, but we'll just start with the odds anyway. But you can also increase the length, the width, and the thickness of it, and component how rough the paint job is, and this is just the different materials. This is a solder rocket. Basically, what a solder is, I'll extend it right, I'll make it this big solder. So if I increase the length, another length. Increase this. I can even manually do it here, but no, I won't be doing that. Set it to 4.8 centimeters. So basically this, once I add the body to this whole like the engines and all that stuff, because I set this to the wall thickness of the body tube as 0.2 centimeters, and you can also 0.2 centimeters, so this connects here perfectly. But there's all the exact same thing, carbon material, this, and if you press this, it may, for example, if I want to make polished paint here, I set for all of them, so all of these are set to polished paint. But basically these are all the stuff. Appearances right here, I'll get in like kind of once you're about to test this rocket. But and also one more thing, see this red dot right here, you want the red dot always below the center, this blue dot. This is center of gravity and this is center of pressure. I won't explain why in this premiere because it'll just be a very long thing, and very long because probably make this a premiere like extra 10 minutes long, so you can understand why. But other than that, so basically we got the main part of the rocket done. So I'll add an inner tube now. So basically all this thing a motor basically. And what is cluster is basically maybe we want to make the rocket have 4 engines same at the first stage. Or maybe 2 engines at the first stage. But we'll stick to 1 engine at the first stage. That makes things a lot more easier. But you could also have, this is the most we can have, but we can go to here. These can go back view. It looks like this, but you can also go like figure view. It's not the paint job and unfinished view, and we can go to the finished view. This is, but we don't need so many engines. That'd be an insanely powerful rocket. So I'll also click here or on that, but or you can press edit or double click it. But to edit this a tiny bit, but we selected one engine. So basically saving outer diameter and carbon material. Now I think now it should be around the time we get the engine. So what you do here from the rocket design, you go to motors and configurations. And once you're in motor configuration, select either the body tube or inner tube. If you're going to use the inner tube, always select the inner tube. Click the inner tube and press new configuration. Then you press select motor. So we're gonna want to make kind of a not too powerful. We're gonna make an F-class rocket, F-class engine rocket. And how this alphabet system works is basically so basically D is 20 newtons, E is 40 newtons, and F is 80 newtons of total impulse. But C is around half that, B is half of C, and A is half of B. So it goes all the way to A and 1/8. And the highest it goes is always to 0. Because if you go on A, like you see A1 half, A1 fourth, A1/8, 1/8. Whatever. Also, total inputs is the total amount of thrust, like combined for all. Like let's say it's around. Let's say you're getting an F engine, which is 80 newtons of thrust, and it burns for around 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And okay, actually, better way of saying it is basically every single second it uses 8 newtons of thrust and a total of 18,880 newtons of rocket. So think of that what the total impulse is. But this is the length. This is like the width of the motor, and this is the length of the motor. So let's try to. I'm gonna look for a good F motor. So this F10 looks good. 76 total impulse. I said 80 for F engine, but it is still 80 because it's only 4 newtons off. So this is, for example, this apogee what I'm about to select, it's not 80 newtons, but that's okay because sometimes they're like so close to 80, but they're not able to qualify as an F motor, but they still qualify anyway because it's just like only 4 newtons off. Basically, like it's closer to F than it's closer to E. Basically, that's how pretty much the system works. So yeah, that's why you're going to select F, like AirTech F42 at 56 newtons and this 72. But it technically starts at 80. But for some reason, there's not even a single one. Oh, there is. Never mind. What? Anyways, we select the Apogee F10 engine. Also, there are many engines here, and also this is all the companies that make engines. And this, we select the Apogee F10, right? So this shows you all the information, like burn time 7.02 seconds, max thrust 28.2, and the side cram shows you basically at a peak, it peaks around 28.2 newtons. It just shows you all the information basically. But we selected that. Basically, that's the engine. I think we need to make this body tube a little longer because just to accommodate all the other stuff. But I think 30 centimeters will be good enough. So, I accidentally. Or you press this, and we selected that, right? Now we increase the outer diameter by that, and increase the length. Oh no, increase the length to encase the entire motor. And we can also do the impulse thingy. Also, I didn't mention this, but pulsing is basically this. Basically this. But I'll set this to complete. I'll set everything to 0. Hold on, let's check if I have battery. Okay, 53% remain. That'd be definitely enough. So anyway, now click here. But you can see you might have a question. Well, maybe might not have a question, but but maybe some of you may have a question, or maybe none of you. But this engine will just move above the rocket, destroying everything, or just exploding. Either one works. Well, not either one works, and none of them works, but either one of those will happen. So we get a centering ring, and basically this basically supports it. Okay, so basically we got a 4 point. So basically our outer diameter should be 4.8 because the thickness of this is from here to here is 5 centimeters, but the wall is 0.2 inches thick, so that's why we're setting to 4.8. And if all your other things, components, component material, thickness, and all that stuff, so I'll add 2 centering rings in here. So yeah, okay, I'll just add 2 centering rings now. Okay, I'll make this a little higher here. And you get all the stuff here. And I'll talk about the appearances laterwards, but I'm gonna say once you're done with rocket because that's like the most important thing. But we're still not done yet. Maybe this is like just in case. Maybe if these, well, not just in case. I mean, never mind. We need a coupler. This coupler is way too huge, but I'll just make it a kind of a small coupler actually. Now I'll make it still. Okay, so like we'll make it around that big and make the outer diameter like this big, make the inner diameter even smaller. Okay. So this coupler just basically this is connected to the engine. The center is also connected to the engine, but if this connection, because it's very thin and the connection doesn't work, this thing will go up there and make sure it doesn't fly off. Because you know why that'd be bad, right? But okay, so now I'm just gonna do a few things. Now I'm just gonna add one more of these because we have 2 of them. So just also if you have any questions, you can put it in the live chat. But I don't. Also, this is a pre-recording, but I will be there and I'll be able to be in the comments, like doing all the comments, the chat, live chat. So you can just put in a comment and I'll answer any questions. But this is a tutorial, so some of you might have a question. So yes. Okay, that's the exact same. Okay, that is about good. Okay, now what we do need is we need to add some we need to add a launch log. Oh, I didn't click it. Basically I'll explain more once you get a flight simulation because it's kind of easier. Let's go there right now. So basically this is when test velocity of rod. So basically there's a rod there, and that basically because once a rocket goes, it's usually if too much wind blows, it's gonna push on the rocket because it's traveling at slow speed, so it's more susceptible to lots of wind. So that is just like just in case kind of a bit of wind happens. This is also another reason why we add fins, but this is another reason why we add fins. But we'll talk about the center of gravity and center of pressure, but it's not in this video. It just be really pretty. It might make this like 10 minutes longer. But I mean, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes longer, but it's just going to be really not for this video, basically. Oh, inner diameter. Oh yeah, there's 0.2 just. So now we have all the things we have, and radial position is where basically this point, like kind of the angle it is, basically at this angle or this angle of the rocket. But I was hoping something around there actually. Okay, we have to really close. Yeah, around that's good. But put some polished paint here. But I don't think anything else. But yeah, this all seems good. Close it. So now if you scroll down. Okay, but a little bit more about the launch log. A log is basically a launching pad. It has a big, maybe like 4 feet tall, long launching rod, basically to make it go straight. Anyway, So of course now we need a parachute, right? Or a streamer, but basically streamer like the parachute, but a little different. It's instead of like this, it's like this. But we'll use a parachute. And okay, but before I use a parachute, you might see this thing right here. It's a mass component. Basically, maybe if you have any experiments or maybe an altimeter to measure the height of the rocket, you get because those things all take weight. You can just add that somewhere here. But I'm gonna get the parachute now. So this is an F10. So this will be quite a heavy rocket. So yes, but the number of lines you just always decrease it because like if you're making a real rocket, the more lines just more easy to get tangled and trust me, you do not want those lines tangled. They're just so hard to untangle. Because I have made on my own two rockets. One of the rocket things got tangled. It took me almost like 1 hour to untangle them. It just takes forever. So lesser than the faster tangle basically. Untangle. I meant. Basically this is pulse, but we want to keep it a little high. Basically I make this no, I mean the other way. And this is basically what I'm changing is how you pack it. If you pack it very small or pack it very big. But yeah. So kick it here. But since this is a little high, make the diameter maybe one. Yeah, around that looks seem good. And then you can material nylon. Even nylon seems good. You can also make your own custom material. You could also done with that with the model thing, but you can also do that. But yeah, pretty much. Basically everything seems good, but also you don't just need the parachute. You also need a sock cord. And what this sock cord is basically, I'll show you. This is a diagram right here. This part right here is this part right here is the nose cone or the pointy part of the rocket, and this is the body tube. So basically, the parachute inside the rocket, right? But basically, when these two parts don't separate, but this string is gonna hold them together. But they're gonna be maybe like 35 inches apart, so the parachute can easily open. Because there's useless if the parachute's inside a rocket and like it just adding extra weight. It's just completely useless. So this seems pretty good, but I think we should change the plaque length a tiny bit. First, obviously change the pulsing. Oh, actually, plaque length seems pretty good now. But we can't really. That seems good, but now we need to add the fins. Those fins seem good actually. It presets they preset you something, so I'm assuming they preset it to a good time swim actually. But basically you can these are number of fins. This is like the angle of the fin, this is the thickness of the fin, material, basically a paint job, polished, and set them for all of them. How did I just decrease it? I ate. Oh yeah, that decreased. Never mind. Basically you can make this makes like all that stuff. But we got a 1020 meters. How much is one? Well, you should multiply by 3.3. So this rocket can go 3,300 feet so far, according to that. But airfall, which is quite a lot actually. 3,300 feet. That's quite a tall rocket. I mean, a standard, but I mean, maybe usually an F motor goes around 2,000 feet, but I got an extra 1,000 feet out of this. But anyway, but one thing I clicked the freeform pin, and you can also because elliptical fins, the fins look like this, and the trapezoid fins. But what I really love about the freeform fins is if you go here, you can manually like select this to make it more air, change the fins. While this you can only just change this stuff and that stuff. But this rocket does seem pretty good. Now I'll get to the paint job. So I won't particularly make a good paint job, but just pretty. Oh, this is. Hold on, I'll try to redo it. Sometimes it comes a little glitchy, but yeah. Okay. You know what? I'll work with this. Oh yeah. So we go basically go appearance, and you can basically choose. Oh, basically you can change like the thing on the basically how it looks like. Also, what does figure style mean? What is also you might have a question? What does figure style mean? It's basically in the once we go to side view how it looks like. So we'll keep that to blue, but this appearance how it looks like, make it white. I mean, these won't really change the rocket performance at all, but you can use it to see how your model rocket will look like. Close. Now we have to add the fins because well, to change the fins color because of course you can understand why we'll change the fins. So now we'll set it to white. And now that's good. Sorry if you can hear the printer in the background, but just a little background noise. But this is a pretty good rocket. I think everything's set to go. Oh, but also really one quick thing, maybe one more thing is here. You might not understand what is F10-2 does mean. Basically, 2 means after, let's say, after 2 seconds after the motor runs out of fuel, they deploy the parachute. Which I think is way too early, but you can only change the amount. But they will tell us if once we try the flight simulation, it's incorrect. So how to do the flight simulation now? Sorry if I'm talking a little fast, start talking a little slower. Now to start a new flight simulation, you press new simulations. You set all these control like wind speed, launch side, like whatever you wanted to. But this seems good, so we press simulate and plot. Basically, this thing you can change all the things. So maybe if you don't want them, basically you can simulate everything. So maybe we can always add a few of these stuff like basically we can put lift some like we can put like this stuff basically on the diagram, and also we can attach this stuff like maybe I mean not the mark number that won't change at all. So maybe we already have a trust, yeah. Drag code fishing, why not? But we can add new those and all that stuff, and then we can these are all the data. Time. We can also do all that stuff, but I want it makes the computer but if you add so many items, it makes the computer really slow, as you can understand, because well, once you add so much thing, it needs more time to process because well, you know why. So this it looks very hard to understand because well, everything is zoomed in one place. But if you select this, you can also do as much as you can, or press this button, but that zooms in the middle. But I'll do one more time. I need to do one more time though. I think that's motor ignition launcher. You see the ejection charge, recovery, the wise deployed, or aka the parachute. Motor burnout is when the motor runs out of fuel, but that's way too close. And like, I purposely set this to 2 because to show this warning sign. But this green dot means this all the simulations are up to date. But we can click the warning sign. Oh. Like an error occurred during the simulation. And recovery the basically a parachute was deployed at 63.2 meters per second. That means the recovery was deployed so quick, it was deployed way too early. And the rocket was still traveling at such a fast speed. But if you go to flight simulation, basically it said the best time for us to deploy the parachute is around 7 seconds, but I'll make it 8 seconds. Oh, 8 is right there. You can also manually change the number, but 8 seconds there, so why does not? Just might do it. But we can do also this red thing come here because we changed something about the rocket, so that means this simulation is out of date. So we'll just do one more and then hold on, one more. But basically this is motor ignition, and this basically the launch rod I was talking about. This is the green one. It is basically the motor runner fuel here. This is the apogee. I forgot to mention, but apogee is basically meaning the tallest, basically apogee, or otherwise known as apo, or you can call it apoapsis, is basically the tallest point the rocket comes. And the ejection chart is basically the once you had to raise it when they raise the parachute. And this is our rocket so far. So I'll make another maybe part 2 explaining about all these stage 2s and all the new all the different functions. But you can also add this one. But anyway, I forgot to mention one more thing though. Basically, you can also the information is all displayed on here, but you should first do flight simulation just to make sure everything. And also maybe say, hey, maybe also you want to check this one more time. You can press plot and export and this plot here again, and you can check it one more time. But so this you can always add more things and all here. But thank you for watching. My name was Arav, and bye. Please like and subscribe and share this video, this premiere with your friends. And bye.